Get ready for another incredible Lifestyles, your VIP journey into the lives and loves of today's winners who really know how to enjoy the great things of life.
Hey, hi. Sorry, I didn't hear you at the door. Well, Patreon friends, we're doing it. This is going to be the house tour. However, my wife is holding the camera and she's not thrilled about this because obviously we've had to give our staff, we put them on furlough. So, you know, things are a little messy around here, but we're going to do a tour of the kitchen, some things on the wall that I think you might enjoy. We're going to look at the office, the living room, maybe a bathroom if you're lucky, and that'll be the house tour. So you're welcome, and thank you for being a Patreon. And remember, if you go to the website, promo code FLU, $20 t-shirts. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, stop. So, as most of you know, I am proud yet also mortified by my Irish heritage, but I did love my grandfather, and my grandparents' house had all this Irish crap all over the wall. There were whiskey bottles that lined every counter. Every inch of the wall had slogans and flags and tchotchkes and tea pots and platters and plates. So this is just our little homage here. So that's Ireland, and this is an original Guinness poster. This was my grandfather, was the Grand Marshal. Jocelyn and I held the flag in that. That was down in Ocean City, Maryland. And Jocelyn, I can't even tell, what is that?
That's our Welcome Back to Brooklyn St. Patrick's Day party.
Yes, we used to have big St. Patrick's Day parties, and that was our thing. You're hearing noise and things because we live right on the avenue. So there you go. So this is the Irish corner, okay? There you go. I love World War II, and I also love antique vintage posters. And so if you see over here, this is from 1943. I like this because it has Tojo on it, and you know, and it says Catholics and Protestants. So shh, don't tell everybody where our submarines are, okay? Watch out for our boys across the pond. This was General Montgomery from. This is actually a real victory flag that we picked up in London about 5 years ago, and they used to fly these the day, that's Elamine over there, actually, sorry, that's Elamine over there, and that is the liberation of Paris. So that's from 1945. It's actually a really cool thing. There's lots of World War II stuff around here, including a little swastika right on my tuchus. Just kidding. Come on, dinner, kids, come on down. I'm just kidding. It's not time for dinner. Okay, so this is the kitchen. This girder is load bearing. When we first moved into this place initially, 13 years ago, something like that. This was the living room and the dining room. When we moved back from LA, this turned into just a big kitchen with a dining area. So we had to pop the kitchen ceiling up, and then there was a, what do you call it, a fireplace in that corner. So this is all redone. And then actually about 5 years ago, we had a giant sewer main break down here, and we had to move into the Sheraton in downtown Brooklyn for 3 months, over 3 months. We had to redo all this stuff that we had just more or less done a couple of years before. This is a Blue Star. These ranges are made in Reading, Pennsylvania. I always try to buy American. They make them in like 190 colors, and we enjoy cooking on the stove. I hate myself. And this is the kitchen. We have the wine fridge over here, which no more for Brian. And then, honey, if you could get the in-drawer microwave. Look at that, I tell you. Is my last name McCarthy or Jetson? Okay, let's keep going. This is kind of controversial because I bought this for my wife a year and a half ago for Christmas, because as a family, we do like Star Wars, you know, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. Don't mention the prequels to us. You won't get it all of our Christmas card list. But the thing that's cool about this is, if you notice, it says Revenge of the Jedi. This is an original poster from 1983, because the original title for this film was Revenge of the Jedi. And then they made 1,000 of these, and they're really hard to find. And so the original title was Revenge of the Jedi, but it's actually Return of the Jedi. So I gave it to my wife, and she was gracious enough to say that she wanted it for Christmas, even though it was kind of a present for everybody. But I love you, and thank you for holding my camera as we go around. Upstairs is next. Oh! We are continuing the Patreon tour. This is the office. This is where Adam and I do the podcast, and my wife Jocelyn, thank you, honey, for holding the camera. I'm not in this shot, so lucky you. 3 headshots. One's really old. One's like almost 20 years old. They're all at least 13 years old. And again, full disclosure, I know it's corny to have pictures of myself on the wall, but that's kind of the point. It's just silly to me. So I you know, I don't think it's cool or anything. But again, I don't really care. So we're going to go over now, Jay, if you don't mind. Can you also we're going to go from the GED down to the CCTV. So for those of you who are big fans, you know, I dropped out of 9th grade and I took the GED test, and I passed. It was back then. It was like I took that GED. It took me like all of, I don't even know, like 15 minutes, and it's just as good as a diploma. And then I went over to NYU. So fuck you, high school. All right, honey, can we please get? Now this is really cool. This is on the wall here next to the closet. This is something that I was coming home from a rave in 1991, and they were demolishing all these porn theaters, and that's an original. I was hanging in a porn theater from, I don't know, probably the early 80s, and I've had that for almost 30 years. And you can see VHS and Beta on the bottom, and I think it's really cool because, you know, this is when Disney had just bought Times Square. This is still the same room, but that's the television that's in here. That's actually a plasma TV. That's 54 inches. It's heavy as shit. And we never actually turn it on, and there's a sound bar. And keep going over, please, darling. Now, this is, I had this Telly Savalas thing when I was a kid where we thought it was funny, the idea of the Players Club. You know, shrimp as big as your fist, a midget in every room. And I found that, actually, I asked for it. I found the headquarters of the Players Club when I was on a bachelor party for Liza Minnelli. We went backstage, and my friend's mother was Cheetah Rivera, and anyway, it's a story. But I think if you, again, you probably have heard me tell it, but that's Telly Savalas. And honey, you can come over here. This is just assorted nonsense photographs. This one's actually me when I was probably 21, and that's another headshot. That's really old. That has to be almost 30 years old. Look at those big ears. Okay, well, we're going to put you back there, and then we're going to show you a little workout thing and my couch and the dog. You see, this is one of our dogs. This is Indira. She is a beagle. We don't know how old she is. I mean, she was a homeless dog in the South, and she hates blacks. Just kidding. I bought this recently because, here, go ahead, get down there. Fine. Fuck you too. This is this thing's actually cool because look at it. Look, check this out. It's like one of those step things, but it goes all the way down. And I bought this because of the quarantine. Those are my dumb little weights. This is the couch that the guests sit on. Woo! And I don't know. This is the office. So, oh, Jay, did you get the CCTV?
I did.
Okay, so the thing you saw earlier, that's how I'm able to magnify stuff. So there's the office. We have a couple more things to show you. I hope you're enjoying this. And again, I know I look like shit, so leave me alone. Well, the tour continues. It's so exciting. You're on the edge of your seat. This is the living room. I'll show you around. Behind that wall is our bedroom, and then there's a hallway and 2 more bedrooms, and there's a bathroom, and then there's a hallway down there, and there's another long hallway with a bathroom, and then the office is down there, but you can't see any of that stuff because my wife said no, and she's right. Our bedroom is full of sex toys, and they're all used and they're greasy. Okay, but I just want to show you this because I told you I like old posters, and so my wife was born in Hawaii, so this is an original travel poster from the year she was born, 1995. Just kidding. But so this is on the wall, and I'm going to take you around the living room. The tour continues. This is the other side of the living room. Hi, everybody. So that Hawaii poster is right behind Jocelyn, and we have like these 2 leather Pottery Barn sofas that my friend Marty stayed a couple years ago, and he let one of our dogs rip up. Whatever, I'm still not over it. Jocelyn, can they see the coffee grinder lamp? Is that it? Yes? Yeah. I love that lamp. I don't know. We got it in about 20 years ago out in up in Maine. My gay uncles have a place up there, and I got it at a flea market. And that is from a bus stop in Italy in 1947, and that frame is Reclaimed Barnwood. We got this when we lived in Los Angeles. Is this fun? I hope you're having fun. This is really our house. This is how it goes. We're going to show you over here, and then we're going to wrap it up. And thanks again for being a Patreon. Promo code FLU. The end of the tour. This is a pretty good tour. Again, I didn't show you behind Jocelyn is our bedroom. Then there's a hallway. This is the original apartment. We blew at the wall and bought the apartment behind you, and that's the corner. The park is 1 block up. That's our television, 85-inch television. I'm not saying that'd be obnoxious. It's just I have to sit on this stool, and I get really, really close to it, and that's how I'm able to watch television. Oh, I can't read subtitles, so that's, that's not good. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Somebody wanted this, and so I did it. This is a Patreon thing, and it's an exclusive, it's like cribs, kind of, but I'm wearing gym shorts. Thank you, and thank you, Jocelyn. Okay, we're done. That's it.
Your host is Robin Leach, who circles the world to bring home the stories people will never stop talking about.
On this glittering edition, Big